Hollywood's golden couple is no more. Meryl Streep and her husband Don Gummer shocked everyone with a sudden split after decades of marriage. But what really happened? Rumors suggest a shocking truth behind their quiet separation, one that no one saw coming. Stay tuned because this revelation changes everything. For over 4 decades, Meryl Streep and Don Gummer were considered one of Hollywood's strongest couples. Unlike many celebrity relationships that crumble under the pressures of fame, theirs appeared unshakable. They built a life together away from the constant media attention, choosing love over the spotlight. Meryl, a legendary actress known for her versatility, dominated the film industry, while Don, a respected sculptor, thrived in a quieter, more private world. Despite their vastly different careers, they made it work. Their love story wasn't about extravagant gestures or constant media attention. It was about mutual respect, shared values, and a deep commitment to family. He seems conservative and sort of held in, but the breadth of together, they raised 4 children, balancing their professional successes with the responsibilities of parenting. Meryl often credited Don as her anchor, someone who kept her grounded amid the whirlwind of Hollywood. While her name appeared in headlines, he remained content creating art away from the public eye. But even the strongest relationships face challenges. Over time, subtle changes started to appear. People close to them noticed a shift, but no one could have predicted the quiet storm brewing behind closed doors. Their love story, once seen as an unbreakable bond, was about to take an unexpected turn, one that would leave fans in shock. So what happened? What caused a marriage that seemed destined to last forever to come to an end? The truth behind their separation is far more complicated than anyone imagined. For years, Meryl and Don maintained a level of privacy that few celebrity couples could achieve. They rarely spoke about their relationship in interviews, avoided the Hollywood party scene, and preferred intimate family moments over public appearances. I wouldn't say it was successful. It was, venerated. But despite their discretion, small details hinted at a change. Meryl was often spotted attending high-profile events alone, something that hadn't been the case in previous years. While she had always been fiercely independent, her solo appearances became more frequent, raising questions among fans and insiders. Don, known for staying out of the limelight, became even more reclusive. Unlike before, when he would occasionally accompany Meryl to events, he was now almost nowhere to be seen. It wasn't a dramatic fallout or a public argument, just a quiet shift, a slow drifting apart that only a few noticed. Speculation began to grow, but without confirmation, the whispers remained just that, whispers. Was it simply a case of 2 people evolving in different directions? Or was there an underlying issue that no one knew about? The real answer wouldn't be revealed until years later, and when it finally came out, it shocked even those who thought they knew Meryl and Don best. I haven't seen a ghost, but I heard something that was the truth. The truth was, their separation had already been in motion long before the world found out. But why did they keep it a secret? And what was the real reason Meryl continued to wear her wedding ring long after they had quietly parted ways? The mystery surrounding their relationship only deepened with time. Unlike many Hollywood breakups, Meryl and Don didn't make a dramatic announcement or let their personal lives become tabloid fodder. Instead, they handled everything in silence, far away from public scrutiny. They had always valued privacy, so when they made the decision to part ways, they did it on their own terms. There were no public disputes, no bitter interviews, just a quiet understanding that their relationship had reached a turning point. But basically, I knew that I just didn't want to be in that hole. For years, fans continued to believe they were together, largely because Meryl still wore her wedding ring. This small but significant detail fueled speculation. Was it a sign of hope? A quiet tribute to their decades-long marriage? Or was there more to the story than met the eye? Spain, 2023, eagle-eyed fans immediately noticed that Meryl Streep's ring was still in place. This led to even more speculation. Had they truly separated, or was there something deeper happening behind the scenes? The media remained fixated on the mystery, but neither Meryl nor Don addressed the rumors. It wasn't until later that her representative finally confirmed the truth. They had, in fact, been separated for years. But why did they wait so long to reveal it? And what really led to their decision to go separate ways after so many years together? The official statement was carefully worded, but left more questions than answers. I went up to the top of the Gulf and Western building, like the 33rd floor, and he had the... When Meryl's representative finally confirmed the news, it sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Their quiet, private love story had come to an end, but the way they handled it only deepened the mystery. The timing of the announcement was surprising. It came shortly after what would have been their 45th wedding anniversary, a milestone few Hollywood couples ever reach. Instead of celebrating together, they were already on separate paths. For years, they had managed to avoid the usual celebrity breakup drama. There were no messy legal battles, no harsh words exchanged in public, just a quiet parting, handled with the same grace that defined their marriage. But why did they choose this moment to reveal the truth? Had something changed? Some believe they were waiting for the right time, while others think they never planned to make it public at all. Even after the confirmation, Meryl remained silent about the details. What had once been one of the most admired relationships in Hollywood had ended, not with a scandal, but with quiet dignity. Still have men and women with women in leadership positions. Still, many couldn't help but wonder, was it truly just a case of two people growing apart? Or is there something else at play? Now that their separation is public, both Meryl and Don are stepping into a new phase of their lives. But instead of bitterness or scandal, they've shown the world how to handle change with dignity and grace. Meryl continues to dominate Hollywood, proving that her passion for acting hasn't waned over the years. She has played some of the most iconic roles in cinema history, and despite personal changes, she remains dedicated to her craft. Many actors slow down after reaching a certain level of success, but not Meryl. She's always been one to push boundaries, take on new challenges, and reinvent herself with each role. Recently, she has captivated audiences with her performance in Only Murders in the Building, showcasing yet again why she remains one of the most sought-after talents in the industry. Her ability to immerse herself into any character is unparalleled. I don't know if I could ever do what people do. Fans are eager to see what she does next. But while Meryl thrives in the public eye, Don's journey looks a little different. A man of few words, Don has never sought attention or validation from Hollywood. His passion has always been his art, creating sculptures that tell stories in their own unique way. His work has been displayed in galleries and public spaces worldwide, earning him respect in the art world. And now, as he moves forward, it's clear that his dedication to his craft will only deepen. For Don, life has always been about creation, not recognition. While Meryl steps on her red carpets, he shapes and molds materials into breathtaking pieces of art. The contrast between their worlds was one of the defining aspects of their relationship, and it may have also been one of the reasons they quietly grew apart. But even as they separate, they remain deeply connected through their family. I hate to think that I'm having that effect on somebody. Their 4 children, Henry, Mamie, Grace, and Louisa, have been at the heart of their bond for decades, and that won't change. Each of their children has carved out a creative path, much like their parents. Henry is a musician. Mamie and Grace have followed in their mother's footsteps as actresses. Louisa has explored both music and modeling. Meryl and Don have always supported their children's dreams, ensuring they had the freedom to build their own identities, despite growing up with famous parents. This deep family connection is why their separation doesn't feel like an ending. It's just a shift. They aren't erasing the years they spent together. They're simply evolving into a new dynamic. Unlike many high-profile breakups filled with legal battles and media chaos, Meryl and Don's story is different. Their marriage may have changed, but the respect and care they have for each other remain. Hollywood often glorifies dramatic endings, but sometimes quiet goodbyes hold the most meaning. They remind us that love doesn't always have to end in turmoil. Sometimes it simply transforms. Now, we turn it over to you. What do you think about Meryl and Don's quiet separation? Was it simply a case of two people growing apart? Or was there something deeper that we may never truly know? Some believe their long-distance lifestyle may have contributed to the shift, while others speculate that their relationship had quietly evolved into something different over time. Could it be that their love story was never meant to last forever in a traditional sense, but rather serve as a meaningful chapter in both of their lives? Drop your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive